Let's talk about the first 3 months of your carnivore journey. In my opinion, they're about breaking old habits and forming new habits to build a solid foundation for success. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chad. I've been doing the carnivore diet for over 3.5 years now, and throughout that journey I've lost 100 pounds, had great success at improving my health. I'm just excited to share my experience, hoping that I can help you on your journey, and would love to hear your stories as well. All right, let's go. Now, the first 3 months on the carnivore journey are all about a mental shift. It's where we break these old habits and form new ones. And while it may seem challenging at first, it's also an exciting phase where we can see remarkable progress and stay motivated. However, it's essential to be prepared for some setbacks because let's face it, we've been conditioned to certain eating our whole lives and we know they're not correct because that's why we're here. Often I feel like the number one reason for folks is to lose weight, but we know that's the tip of the iceberg. Being overweight is tied to many various health issues we face: immune disorders, diabetes, arthritis, quality of life improvements such as better sleep, mental clarity. These and many more can significantly improve with a carnivore lifestyle. It has amazing side effects that often surprise people. Let's talk habits. You see, the carnivore journey is not just about changing what we eat. It's about changing how we think and act around food. It's about breaking those old habits and forming new ones. I've read that experts suggest it takes around 21 to 60 days to change a habit. Now, it's two sides of a coin. We're breaking old habits and forming new ones. And once we've done that, it often takes about 90 to 120 days to solidify those as an actual lifestyle change. Ask yourself, what are your triggers? Is it binge eating, emotional eating? What are obstacles that might make this journey tougher for you? Are you someone who can do this on your own? Or are you the type who would like a support group and find it beneficial? How will your friends or family's involvement, or lack thereof, affect your progress? Consider your work situation and other factors that might impact your journey. The more you know about yourself, the better equipped you're going to be to tackle any challenges that come your way. Now let's talk about what you can eat on the carnivore diet to succeed. It's simpler than you might think. Animal-based includes any dairy and eggs. And did it walk or swim? It's that simple. So things like lean chicken breast are really a no-go unless you want to add a whole bunch of extra fat to it. Think about maybe thighs with the chicken skin on. For pork, while it's controversial, in my opinion, when we're starting out, let's just make it easy on us and get this going. Also, fish, such as salmon and sardines, are very popular with a lot of carnivores. Eggs are amazing, unless you have allergies as I do. I ate them early on as I didn't really notice the allergic action because I had so many other things going on. So this is also important to know your body and how you're feeling along the way. You're going to change. Now, packaged meats like bacon and sausage, read the ingredients. As we know, they often contain a lot of added sugars or fillers. Now, dairy is an interesting one. It's totally within the carnivore diet, but a lot of people have problems binging on dairy. I do think we should avoid the milk and just have some cheese as a small condiment, maybe some sour cream along with your meal. Now, when it comes to seasonings, simplicity is key. Ideally, stick to salt. But many love their spices, which is fine. But try using a little less seasoning as you move along this journey. It's amazing how your palate changes and you find you won't need as much, and you find that you might not even need it at all. Let's make it easy, let's succeed, and we'll just focus on breaking some of those habits further down the road. So what can I drink? Well, water, of course, is your go-to beverage. Many like sparkling water. I do say be mindful of some of the flavored drinks that may contain artificial sweeteners. We want to avoid any and all artificial sweeteners, again, breaking the old habits and starting the new ones. Electrolytes are fine, and some feel they need them, some do not. Once again, personal journey, but they can't hurt. Now, coffee, the most controversial, widely used drug in the world. Now, if you want some cream in coffee, that's fine. I would say avoid any sweeteners. Remember, we're breaking old habits and forming new habits. From my own experience, I finally did quit coffee, but it was 2 years into the carnivore diet. So I know where you're coming from. Some common questions. Do you need organs? Some people love them, some don't. One note, liver can be a good catch-me-up for nutrients if you've been eating a poor diet, so it can't hurt in the beginning. You can often have it mixed with hamburger. Honey? No, it's not an animal-based product. And fruit? Once again, nope, no fruit. Now, what about snacking? I'd strongly advise against it. If you find yourself snacking, it's likely you didn't eat enough during your main meal, and again, we're forming new habits and breaking old ones. How do you know when you're full? When you can't eat anymore, or the food doesn't taste good? Over time, you'll learn what it feels like to be satiated. It's challenging to overeat on a carnivore diet, but undereating does seem to be more common, so be cautious about that. Don't think, oh, well, I'll eat a little less and I'll go a little hungry so I lose more weight. In my experience and many others, this often leads to stalls, and it's not a healthy way. Eat till you're satiated. So how often do we eat? Well, when you're truly hungry. As an example for me, I get up around 5:30, and I often find I'm not really hungry till about anywhere from 11 to 1 o'clock. If I'm doing hard work, I might be hungry again at 4 or 5 o'clock. Now, many are fine with 1 meal a day, OMAD, or 2 meals a day, and those are suitable options. Again, if you eat when you're truly hungry and eat till you're satiated, you'll quickly find what works for you. If you open the refrigerator door and think, what looks good in here? This is often an old habit of grazing, and you just want to close the door, maybe have a glass of water, and go sit back down. If you were truly hungry, you would look at the first thing and think, yeah, I can pound that whole steak, no problem. I'm hungry. What are some things to look out for? Well, you might have heard of the keto flu. Your body might need time to adjust. Some have temporary diarrhea, no fun. Leg cramps, not enough water or salt, or electrolytes might help that. Here are a few tips that I found handy. Eggs. I used to make about 18 hard-boiled, actually soft-boiled eggs and keep them in the refrigerator. That way, if I had that great steak, but it didn't quite satiate me, I could go into the fridge, start cracking some eggs. I feel good, I'm satiated, and I didn't have to cook another steak or take the time to do so. Leftover meats, especially chuck roast, is great cold. A little bit of chuck roast and eggs, again, to top up after whatever else you might have had that day if it wasn't enough. Or for that second meal, because you did a lot of yard work and you are truly hungry, that's going to be a great way. Quickly eat it, you get topped up, and you're done. Let's be cautious with cheese. It's best to have it with your main meal. I really think we have to be careful and not use that as a snack or a fill-me-up after dinner, because it's one of those things that many people easily binge on. If you can clean your house of temptations, that's great. For me, 2 kids and a wife, it was impossible. So you just have to have a little more willpower, but you'll get through it. And I can tell you, it gets easier as you move along this journey when you're feeling great, looking great, and you're seeing the results. Now remember, you're not alone on this journey. There's a vast community of thriving carnivores out there on social media willing to help. In conclusion, the first 3 months of our journey are still about building a solid foundation, breaking the old habits, forming the new habits, just eating meat, salt, drinking water. It's that simple. Remember, know yourself, listen to your body, and find what works best for you. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the victories, lean on the support of carnivore community if you need to. Just trust the process, and if you do fall, cheat, just laugh, put it behind you, and continue on. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button and leave a comment below. I also encourage you to share stories in the comments section across the various carnivore channels and spread that great news and your journey. So stay carnivorous, my friends, and ahoy ho.